Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your January 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now, if this reading resonates, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now, I'm super excited to be doing this reading for the new decade and to just dive into it all. So let's get started now, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. I'm going to be moving your Animal Spirit Guide Oracle cards over to the side. I'm going to be layering these on top of the tarot cards at the end, giving extra insight, extra understanding to the reading. And I'm going to be using the Botanical Oracle cards in just a moment. Right. So let's get started here. Taurus, January 1st to the 15th, 2020. 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 Taurus. Show me clearly, 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 show me clearly. Fantastic. All right. At the center of everything. Now, before I get started, actually, let me note that these are the Enchanted Forest tarot cards, and everything has a little bit of a different name than very much of a different name than the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So I'm going to be channeling everything back, equating everything back to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck so that those who are familiar with the tarot in its traditional form have that form of understanding to springboard off of, okay? So we start off here with the Ace of Challenges. Now the Ace of Challenges is the Ace of Swords. Then we have the Six of Spells, which is the Six of Wands, crowning you. Then we have the Four of Challenges. That's the Four of Swords. The Nine of Boons is the Nine of Pentacles. Then we have the Two of Boons, the Two of Pentacles. Right? The Two of Challenges, the Two of Swords. And then we have the Weaver of Challenges, the Weaver of Swords. So the Weaver of Swords is the Queen of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So you are definitely taking this gift of knowledge and understanding. And there's something that you are becoming very clear about during this time, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. Then we have the Five of Visions, the Five of Cups. The Five of Spells, the Five of Wands, the repeat of the number 5 here, talks about a need of freedom and a desire for freedom as you move forward. And then we have the 10 of Spells, the 10 of Wands. An end of a cycle when it comes to passion, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to you really moving forward in your truth. All right. Ooh, no. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing. Let's go to the Botanical Oracle cards. Taurus, January 1st to the 15th, 2020. Taurus, January 1st to the 15th, 2020. Taurus, January 1st to the 15th, 2020. Taurus. Show me clearly. Okay. So we have here Nourish. And then we're going to go with the next one, Sacred. Those are beautiful. Okay. So we're starting off with Nourish. And this is a plantain. And here it is saying, nourish your body, nourish what is sacred to you, nourish your mind, actually, is what I'm seeing above all else. And now when you nourish your mind, if you have watched me before, if you're new to these videos and you're new to my readings, I believe fully and full-heartedly that we are emotional beings, all right? And we focus and we come from a place of emotion. And what I'm seeing here with the nourish and with the sacred, okay, and this is the hawthorn. What I'm seeing here is that you are nourishing a sacred truth, during this time. And that's what Spirit wants you to focus on. Not what everybody else is demanding of you, or demanding on you, is what Spirit actually was having me say the first time. But the severe truth of your soul and yourself. Now, the color that shines through here is for nourish, is green. That's healing and cleansing your heart chakra, which makes perfect sense since we are emotional beings. And it's saying here to nourish. Nourish your heart, nourish your soul, nourish yourself. And then here, the color that shines through is red, and that's healing and cleansing the root chakra, which helps to put all your other chakras into alignment, but also moves you forward in... Okay, so what Spirit is saying is it's a cleansing of sexual energy. And it does not mean, though for some of you it may very well be, that this is going to be a very sensual, sexual time for you. But what I'm also seeing here is that by healing any pain, hurt, despair you might have around sex. Yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. That you actually free yourself. And it doesn't have to be from this life. It can very well be from a past life. And it can be something very personal that you have felt that has been holding you back for some time. And then once you start to heal and cleanse your root chakra, once you start to heal and cleanse the passion that flows through you, you find yourself to become unstoppable because you're putting yourself in alignment with the sensual energy of the earth, okay? Of the earth, of the sky, of why we are here and how you are moving forward, of the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine moving you towards your goals. Just simply stating the masculine the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. There we go. I get a little tongue-tied sometimes. I do apologize. Right? So at the heart of everything, we have the Ace of Challenges, the Ace of Swords. This is God's source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge and of understanding. It comes with also at your heart the 5 of spells, the 5 of wands, a battle, okay? Chaos. This very much so, even though this is shown here, depicted in the cards as external chaos, people warring against each other, I'm seeing it very much as internal chaos. And my eye just keeps on focusing on the poor guy who has had his head turned into a frog. It's kind of like this can be very childish at times, and it can seem that you have childish fears holding you back, which is going to make you berate yourself, which is going to make you be upset with yourself, which is going to make you fear things, and it's going to be kind of like a vicious circle. So what I'm seeing here is that Spirit is handing you this gift of understanding, handing you this gift of clarity of mind to stop the cycle, to look within and say, you know what, I am not going to let myself go down that rabbit hole. I am not going to doubt and fear and look at my passions, my creativity, why I'm here on this earthly plane, and see it as a lack instead of as a gain. Because what I'm seeing here is that there's a power to you that isn't conventional, meaning that it can't be put into the nice box of our society and say, okay, this is what's super useful, what can make you a boatload of money and have you so successful your head spins. What I'm seeing here is that you need to embrace your own personal talents, whether that be being the best baker because you love baking, or being the best parent you can possibly be. That's a hard full-time job, right? Looking at your successes, teacher, construction worker, whatever it is that you are, looking at you and saying, wow, I'm really good at what I do. I knew a person growing up, his goal was to be a garbage collector. And when he became a garbage collector, he acted as if he won the lottery. And you know what? His job is so useful because when you do not have people collecting the garbage, life becomes really gross really fast. Right? So everybody has a goal. Everybody has something that they love. Even if it seems to be rather like, oh, that's your goal? Like, people look at you and be like, really? Seriously, that's what you want to do? And that's what you've known you wanted to do? I mean, I knew him when we were in middle school. I think he was like 12, and he was like, that's what I'm going to be. And he did. So that was really cool. But here, there's a conflict within you because there is a sense of embracing your magic, embracing your power, embracing your truth. And you might not see it as being magical, but it is, because it's yours. And it's one of the reasons why you walk upon this earth. And divinity is handing you a gift of clarity and of understanding and saying, walk in pride for yourself. Walk in pride as you move forward in your heart's truth, because this leads you to the Six of Spells, the Six of Wands. This leads you to the birth of a dragon. This leads you to a celebration, to a success, to magic, to beauty, to wonder. Because we as human beings, we are so quick to berate ourselves when something goes wrong. We are so quick to look at ourselves and say, I can't believe you even thought that. I can't believe you were so stupid, so lazy, so this, so that, and we tear ourselves down. It's time to stop. Taurus, it's time to look at your successes and celebrate them. To look at what you truly desire and celebrate you in a way that others don't. The main goal in the United States, and I don't know what it is all around the world, but the American dream now is to own your own business. Okay, it used to be to own a home. That has changed. Now it's to own your own business. So if you own your own business, you don't have anybody patting you on the back, saying good job. And what if you're at work and your boss is just horrible? They don't say good job. You do 1,000 things right and they say, wow, you forgot to take out that garbage pail over there. What's wrong with you? And you're like, are you kidding me? So here, it is time to celebrate you, to see all the good things that you have done, all the power and beauty that you are, and to be like, yes, I am. Yes, I am that great. Yes, I deserve praise, and start praising yourself. Not in an egotistical, boisterous, obnoxious way, but in a way that I am enough. I am good enough. I am celebrating my successes, and I am moving forward in my truth. I am enough. That is powerful, powerful, powerful. I think it's Marissa, I can't remember her last name, who says it. And you know what? That struck me so hard and it struck me so deeply, because there are times and moments in our lives, everybody's life, where we do not feel like enough, where we feel like we are barely hanging on by a string, right? And so I programmed it into my phone. It rings twice a day to tell me that I am enough. And I would highly recommend, Taurus, that you do this, so that you celebrate you. Why? Because you are the most sensitive of all the earth signs. And it's even if you weren't, it's just a good thing to do. I am enough. I am strong enough. I am smart enough. I am enough, especially if you heard for a lot of your life that you weren't. You are enough. Now start celebrating it. Because here, with the 5 of Cups, this is change your mind, change your life. Here, and you could very much look at it this way, she's chasing this golden ball, okay? And she's going to find her prince that is turned into a frog. Change what you are seeing, and you change your whole entire existence. Do so. Do so, and you will find something that is hiding in plain sight, but it isn't what you expected. Right? Yeah. That's what Spirit is saying. It's not what you expect. Right? So change your mind, change your life, and you move forward in your power. Now you have, then at your roots, the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles talks about balance. And here you have an ogre under the bridge that is going to make him lose his balance, make him lose his prosperity. Because why? Because he's going to sell all that wood, isn't he? Or burn it by the fire to keep him and his family warm. If he loses it all to this ogre, what happens? How does everything fall apart? So here, pay attention. Pay attention to what you truly want. Look at what you truly need, because with the 2 of Pentacles, you're balancing your prosperity, right? And then you have the 10 of Spells, the 10 of Wands, which is talking about coming to a conclusion of passion. Here, and I don't know what she is. Oh, she's holding her shoes. Here, walking quietly along the forest, going towards a conjuring, going towards what you truly desire, going towards what you want, but you need your balance, and you need to be aware of your surroundings, aware of the magic coming to you, aware of the prosperity leading you forward. Because as you are aware, you start to see things differently. Now you have a repeat of the number 2, which is talking about creativity. It's talking about communication. It's talking about seeing the 2 aspects of yourself. And with the 2 of challenges, what you see and what you are going to be the challenges here. Okay? What you want and where you're headed and how you're getting there, walking through that looking glass to your true desires and into your true bounty, that is the challenge that I am seeing for you. It's nothing bad at all, but there is a balance that is needed, and that balance comes here with the Two of Boons, with the Two of Pentacles, with the prosperity that you want and the way that you are moving forward. Being able to see and move towards what you truly desire is going to be a challenge for you during this time. Because there's going to be doubts and fears, and then saying, oh no, I couldn't possibly. And that's where it says sacred here. Oh, that also makes perfect sense. Okay, I believe very much so that love and especially sex is very sacred. Okay, so here, and I know this isn't a love reading at all, but here, what I'm seeing is that, and Spirit is saying that there is a sacredness to the energy of creation that flows through you, which right now Spirit is boiling down to sex. But it isn't just that. It is the creation of what you want to move forward in this life and in your truth. So from the 1st to the 15th of January, you are bringing something forward. You are creating something absolutely spectacular, which this is about creation here. This is about the sacred art of creation, okay? And it doesn't have to be between two people. It can be simply the creation of what you desire and the place that you want to be. And the challenge, excuse me, of seeing. Sorry, let me take a sip of tea. Of seeing how you want to move forward. And saying, what I see, I can achieve. Where I'm headed, I can get to what I want. And as you do so, you have then the 9 of Boons come in. The prosperity, the success, the bounty, the beauty come in all around you. The hummingbird with its nectar. Okay, the beauty of what you desire coming in and bearing its fruit, bringing a harmony. And as that happens, you have then the 5 of Spells. You have this internal chaos that makes you think, okay, can I do this? Can I actually get to where it is that I want to be? Do I know enough? Am I wise enough? Am I working hard enough? Am I smart enough? Those are going to come in. And then here comes this sense of passion and power leading you towards something with like-minded people, something with a sense of a community, but it doesn't have to be that you go out and you find like-minded people. It can very well be, Taurus, that you see the path that you need to walk, and it kind of comes to you almost in, it's Spirit is saying a waking dream, but it's that moment of clarity between waking and sleeping where you start to see a path unfold. So I would highly recommend a dream journal or just Spirit is saying paying attention to the moments where you are having waking dreams, when Spirit is coming to you and helping you see what's beyond the looking glass, helping you see the ways of moving forward in the adventure set before you. And there you have then the weaver of challenges. The queens in the enchanted forest are the weavers. And here there is beautiful rose bushes, okay, and a crow on her hand. You have a white raven and a black raven, or a crow, or however you want to see that. I can't really remember the differences. I know one is larger than the other. So here you have a air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. All right? You may very well have this in your chart. And if you don't, there is a sense of a clarity coming to you. I like the progression of the 9 and then the 10. All right, in this line right here, you're taking this gift of knowledge and understanding. You're moving in prosperity and moving towards your goals. Okay, prosperity from the earthly planes. Your goals, your passions, your desires move you forward. And as you embrace what you desire, you're going to see things become very clear. And the white, the birch trees here, the snow on the ground, the white raven, right, are telling me that yes, this is sacred, okay, but this also comes through mourning and pain and everything that you have been through, Taurus, that has been highly uncomfortable, right? There is a knowledge that Spirit is giving you, that is saying that through the poison of the thorns, you have gotten the beautiful roses. Through the hardships that you have been through, you are starting to see what it is that you truly desire and where it is that you need to be, how it is that you need to walk forward. And as you walk forward, you embrace the war that you have been through, right? So the weaver of challenges is you're taking these challenges, you get this clarity, and you see all the battles, all the hardships, all the despair that you have been through, and you say, look at how powerful I am. And you know your mind, you know your worth, you see it because your heart sings it to you and your mind takes it in. Your mind processes what your heart is saying. Our thoughts are processed by our hearts. So if you want to know the state of your heart, look at the state of your thoughts, right? Because your thoughts are astoundingly powerful. What you think is actually what you feel. And you might turn off the video now and say, Dane, that's a bunch of malarkey. My thoughts are sometimes, they get to be so dark that it's hard to breathe. And by dark, I mean it feels like you're in a pitch black room with no light, no nothing, and you are left all alone. Right? And if those are your thoughts at times, that's where your emotions are coming from. That's part of your war. Everybody's battle on this earth is different. Right? I believe very much that we do not learn who we are. So everybody says, oh, you're born knowing who you are. Yeah, I believe that. I do. I believe that we are born as little babies knowing who we are. We know our passions. People can see it in us and they go, oh, I think you're going to be a chef, or you're going to be this, or you're going to be that. People do it all the time. But then when we hit like 4 or 5, the world starts to influence us. We start to want the praise of everybody else. Yes, we want the praise of our parents and everything like that. But we start to do what other people are expecting us to do. Right? And life starts taking hold. And society starts taking hold. So we lose the bit of our spark and our passion. And I feel quite firmly that our whole life is about reclaiming that spark, reclaiming that truth, and walking towards the light of our souls. And that's where the war comes in. And here you have a knowledge and an understanding. You have a clarity of purpose that is leading you forward. Every hardship that you have been through, every despair, every heartbreak has built you stronger, has been the manure that helps grow this tree to luscious, beautiful heights. And it leads you to the 5 of vision, changing your mind, changing your life, seeing your prince or princess or whomever you want it to be, seeing what you truly want and desire, but in disguise. And it leads you towards a calming of the battle. And again, the frog comes in. That sense of things not being exactly as they seem. And you seeing that and understanding it. And it calms the battle because you cannot control what isn't clear. But moreover, you cannot control anything to begin with. The only things that we are in semi-control over is ourselves. And then you have, everything that comes with us. You don't control your heart beating. You don't control the breaths that you take. You don't control so much. Right? But it's knowing your power and your worth. It's seeing yourself for who you truly are and moving forward in your grace and this wisdom, enlightening you and moving you towards the beauty that you want. And it's a purity. It's a cleansing. It's like the world is whitewashed. And I don't mean that badly. You know how you whitewash a wall when it has everything all over it and it's a clean slate, is what I'm seeing here. And it brings you power and it brings you a truth and it shows you the war that you have been through and it shows you the pain and the heartbreak and the destruction and how you have survived, because life is about surviving. It's about learning from your falls, from skinning your knees, from hurting yourself, from being hurt, from heartbreaks and disappointments, to know your power, to know that you have survived that, and that you are stronger than you think you are at times. And now your challenges become what lets you see clearly the vision that you want within your life, the beauty that was before you but that was unseeable. And then we move here to your spirit animal oracle cards. Taurus, January 1st to the 15th, 2020. 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 Taurus. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. I'm just going to lay these out quietly. I like the strength here, the subtle strength that is you during this time. Taurus is beautiful. You're not that bull in the china shop. You are this subtle, steadfast strength that is building something exquisite, right? So at the heart of everything, you have the fox spirit, which says, think on your feet. As you have the ace of challenges, as you have God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you this gift of clarity, of understanding, of insight. Think on your feet. Use this gift now. Use it as a part of you for the whole first half of January. And it becomes absolutely your go-to. It becomes almost like a superpower. It does. Divinity is giving you a superpower, and it helps you think on your feet with such a rapid-fire clarity that people are it's going to be hard for others to keep up with you. And then we have the pig spirit, which says, use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely as you engage in battles. Do not let yourself become overwhelmed with chaos, because we are also beings of chaos. If we are of emotion and not logic, and logic is our emotions, but we want life to be black and white. And the way I view that is we want life to be the white page, the black words, everything spelt out neatly. This is what you do, this is how you live, this is what you follow, and everything's just like that. We're human beings, we're messy. So everything is not that clear. So here, use your mind as the chaos comes. Look at your power, look at your truth, and know that things aren't always as they seem. Things aren't going to be as dire as they may seem at times. This leads you to the porcupine spirit, which says, time for a beginner mind. Time to look at things like this beautiful little dragon. New beginnings. Everything being wondrous. Don't take things for granted. Here, it's a time for celebration. It's a time to see your power. It's a time to know your worth. It's a time to move yourself forward in grace and in purpose. It's a time to give yourself a pat on the back, to say, I've done well. Even if it's not everything that you wanted to do, even if you have been lazy and you haven't gotten everything done and you're looking at yourself and you're berating yourself, and then you say, you know what? I will do better tomorrow. But today I'm going to take the day as it is, right? And everything that I have learned, even if it's just a day to decompress, that's okay. Everybody needs those. So now you move forward for a new beginner mind, for a beginner's mind, to the wonder, to the beauty, and you celebrate yourself. Then you move to the bee spirit, which says, sweet results await as you see things differently. As you are led by a golden ball to a golden outcome that you had never expected. Do not think during this time that everything can be planned, that everything is going to fall into order as you expected. No, actually, there is a sense of chaos here that is going to be very aggravating to you, but absolutely exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. Change your mind, change your life, change what you are seeing, and you set yourself free. Then we have the owl spirit. You see clearly now. as you move forward, looking all around, finding your balance, knowing your prosperity and your worth, you see clearly, right? You'll be able to see that ogre under the bridge. Why? Because you were warned. Because your heart and your mind are open. Because you are moving forward in your power and in your grace. That leads you to the rhino spirit, which says, overcome any obstacles as you move forward, following your light, the light of the will-o'-the-wisps, the will-o'-the-wisps, the light of the stars, the light of things that can be so easily overlooked. You are following the light of your passion and your truth. You are coming to a conclusion when it comes to your passion, when it comes to your truth, when it comes to you moving forward. And as you do so, you have the vulture spirit, which says nothing is wasted. So with the two of challenges, with the two paths that you know of, that are coming towards you, or that are surrounding you, there is going to be something else that comes new, where you're looking at it and you're like, wow, I never thought of doing this. I never thought of moving this way. But nothing has been wasted. Everything that you look at yourself in this looking glass, and everything that you see that is a mistake, because we all do it. We all see the flaws. We all see, everything that isn't right. Right? Nothing is wasted. Nothing about you is an accident. So stop thinking that it is. Do not think that anything about you is not perfect, because perfect doesn't exist, first of all. Right? And the beauty of your heart is shining through. Nothing is wasted. Everything is crowning you, moving you towards value and purpose and prosperity, raising your energy vibration, putting into the vortex what you do not want and you don't want so much. I mean, so much of our lives are spent figuring out what we don't want, and then figuring out from that list of what we don't want, which is pretty darn long, what we do want, which is a little bit harder to understand. We are all born with a purpose, but so many of us overlook the purpose that we are here for because it's not grand enough. It won't make us enough money. My new favorite thing that I have learned is that a person's happiness does not increase once they have reached a point of having enough money to pay all their bills. Now, I'm not saying if you live in a highly expensive area that your money would be, the amount of money needing to be earned would be the same as somebody living in a less expensive area. But the amount of money that you make does not increase your happiness once you have covered all your bills. Yes, it's nice. Okay, it can bring extra security, but it doesn't increase your happiness. That to me is mind-blowing and so comforting. Let's go after happiness. Let's not go after the shiniest car, the biggest house, the this, the that. Let's go after happiness. Because nothing that we have been through in this mad journey of life has been wasted. It is all leading us towards our truth. Then we have the parrot spirit. Watch your words, and the bounty comes, the 9 of boon. The bounty, the prosperity, the success that radiates from you comes. But watch your words. Watch what you are speaking into reality, for yourself, for your soul, for those around you, but mostly watch the words that you are speaking to yourself. Because a lot of the time, Taurus, we speak to ourselves the way that we would never speak to anybody else. There's a light radiating from you. That's why a hummingbird is alighting on her hand. Embrace the beauty of your heart and your soul. Embrace the wonder and the magic that leads you to use your mind wisely, to use the gifts that are given to you wisely as you think on your feet, and to overcome the obstacles that have been and will be set before you. Life doesn't get easier. We become better at handling the challenges. And yes, sometimes, yes, life does become easier, because for those of you going through really horrible, rough, terrible times, things do get easier. But also those times, they forge us as human beings. I know, I've been homeless. I cried myself to sleep for a whole entire year when I would fall into bed absolutely exhausted. It wasn't fun. But I think now I'm like, I survived that. I can survive so much. And I'm so much stronger than I thought I was. And that is what I'm seeing here, Taurus, because my moon is in Taurus, and Spirit is saying for me to say this. And you are powerful. Taurians are powerful. They are rooted and powerful. So embrace that power. Embrace that truth. Know that you are moving towards your grace and your blessings. And then we have here the lizard spirit, which says, dream the world into beginning. As you embrace the weaver of challenges, as you embrace the queen of swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Right? But also, as you go through a winter is a time of rebirth, a time of realigning, right? A time of being in the womb of the earth. So then spring can be born. So take this time of being in the womb and embrace your power. Know that with great beauty also comes thorns. So with the beauty of your life and the great beauty of your life comes the thorns, comes the hardships, comes the heartbreaks, and it moves you forward to the sacred beetle, not the sacred beetle, the scarab beetle, which was sacred in ancient Egypt. And it says magic works through you as you see the war that you have been through, as you give yourself time to rest, as you step back and let yourself breathe. The magic works through you. And that leads you to sweet results awaiting. Right? That leads you to the hard work paying off as your mind changes, as doors open that once felt sealed shut, soldered shut. Use your mind wisely. Use your insight. Use your ideas wisely. Your subconscious message with the Botanical oracle cards is the dogwood. Defend. Defend what is yours. Defend what you want, how you're moving forward. Do not apologize. Do not feel less than. Move forward in your grace, in your purpose, in your power. And then you have your spirit guide animal cards, which is the horse spirit. Freedom is yours. Freedom to be, freedom to show your worth, freedom to run forward and embrace your greatness. That then leads you to the lovers. This is a Gemini energy, a time frame of May 21st to June 20th. This is a strong Gemini presence with the Queen of Challenges, the Queen of Swords, right? You're embracing what you love. Love is coming into your life. Also makes perfect sense with what Spirit was talking about with sacred, right? It's having that balance of masculine and feminine energy moving you forward. They both have long bows here. They're able to defend themselves, but they're also able to move forward in their love and in their truth. And that's what you are able to do, Taurus. And you are doing so with a confidence of heart and a beauty of spirit. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. Bye. I love you all.